Hey, welcome back to ScreenCrush. I'm Ryan Airy, and we're going to catch you up on everything you need to know before Gen V Season 2. So, Gen V takes place in the boys universe, where superheroes have existed since around the 1940s, but they're not like the heroes that we're used to. These soups are a commentary on celebrities, social media, and the digital age. They're all controlled by Vought, a massive corporation that manages soups and sells everything from TV shows, smartphones, chain restaurants, and more. Vought is also the home of the Seven, the world's premier superhero team led by the strongest hero on Earth, Homelander. Partially because of the fame, most of the superhero community are monsters who want to project a heroic image. Now, The Boys is all about a group of humans trying to expose Homelander and the soups for the sadistic a-holes that they actually are. The Boys meet Annie January, aka Starlight, the newest member of the Seven. Now, because Annie is so new to the superhero gig, she slowly learns that superhero society is actually fake.
Whoa, hey, wait. It's just a question of how bad you want to be in the Seven.
So throughout the early seasons, Annie works with the boys to expose superhero fraud. They uncover that heroes aren't a God-given miracle like Vought said, and instead soups are given their powers through a drug called Compound V. They also uncover the Nazi origins of Vought and its founder. A politician named Victoria Newman begins to speak out against soups. However, Newman is actually a soup in hiding and the adoptive daughter of the CEO of Vought, Stan Edgar. After multiple failed attempts at killing Homelander, Starlight officially leaves the Seven so she can stop playing double agent. She wants to use her media platform to lead an anti-Homelander movement, and she becomes a permanent member of the Boys. So Gen V picks up with Homelander and Starlight's online battle brewing in the background. First we meet Marie Moreau, who discovered she was a hemokinetic during her first period.
Hemadusa right now?
So she can bend and control blood. Now, not understanding how deadly her powers can be, Marie accidentally killed her parents, orphaning herself and her sister, Annabeth. So Marie spends her teen years in an orphanage for soup kids called Red River, which is actually the same orphanage where Victoria Newman grew up. Marie gets into her dream school, Godolkin University, which is the #1 superhero school in the country. She wants to become a hero to save people, but also to redeem herself in the eyes of her sister. Marie knows that soup kids who don't get adopted are sent to adult facilities where their powers are experimented on. So getting into this school was her ticket out of that life.
Hey, all right, I won!
Yeah, you did it! High five!
What did he win? Is it the chocolate factory?
No, he's using DraftKings Sportsbook to bet live on games. Actually, we're making this video in partnership with DraftKings Sportsbook. Now look, I like watching sports, but let's face it, sometimes games can get a little dull. Like football season's coming up, right? And do you know that statistically there's only about 18 minutes of actual gameplay in a 3-hour game? So I think it's fun to fill the downtime by betting on the game in progress as it happens.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Exactly, and you can bet on big things like touchdown plays or little things like whether a batter is going to get on base. Right now, DraftKings Sportsbook has a great offer for new customers. If you bet $5, you get $200 in bonus bets. All you have to do is sign up with the promo code ScreenCrush to get started. So again, sign up using the code ScreenCrush to get a bonus $200 when you bet just $5. And I want to remind you guys that if you have a gambling problem, please get help. We have included phone numbers and links below in the description, and they're on screen right now. We take this really seriously, and we want you to get the help that you need. Please call the number or click the link below. Now, back to what I was saying. At Godolkin University, or God U for short, her roommate is Emma Meyer. She can shrink herself down, kind of like Ant-Man, and she has a sizable social media following.
Well, I'm kind of like PewDiePie without the Nazi stuff.
Now, God U ranks its students on a giant leaderboard while taking into account their combat skills, but most importantly, their social media presence, much like the half-hero, half-celebrity soups at Vought. The rankings are topped by Andre Anderson, Kate Dunlap, and Luke Riordan. You know, the popular kids. Luke is the school's literal golden boy, like literally that's his name. He is ranked #1 and is already poised to join the Seven after graduation. After finding out she's been rejected from the crime-fighting major, Marie goes to see Professor Brink, the school's crime-fighting expert, who then sends her to the Performing Arts program.
Performing arts is a fine program.
Right after, she and Andre take down a rampaging student. Andre uses his magnetic powers to trap the guy, and campus security drags him away, labeling him some meth head. Now, because they took down this meth head, Andre invites Marie to hang out with the cool kids table. So Marie spends the night with Luke, Andre, Kate, and Jordan Lee. Now, Jordan is Brink's TA, and Marie finds out that they were the ones who initially rejected her from the program. Meanwhile, Emma makes the worst mistake anybody could ever make.
Oh no, Person, not that.
That's right, she read the comment section. Feeling down, she decides to hook up with the guy, but he's only interested in her powers. So this is where we learn that Emma can only shrink if she purges, and she hates it. Her powers are tied to an eating disorder, but she refuses to admit that she's bulimic. In the city, Kate uses her mind control powers to get them into a fancy club, but Luke keeps seeing visions of this mysterious forest. But the vision is cut short when Andre accidentally slices a woman's neck open. So the upperclassmen try to run away, but Marie uses her powers to save the woman's life. Now this selfless act is exactly why Marie wanted to be a hero, and it causes her to blow up on social media. The next day, before she can really celebrate her victory, Professor Brink expels her from God U.
Right, but she just saved that person's life.
Yes, but Brink and the school want to pin the incident on Marie so that they can save the public images of Luke, Andre, and Jordan. With Luke's rise to the 7, God U can't let the public know that he tried to run from the situation. Marie goes back to Brinks' office to let him have it, but she walks in on Luke incinerating his mentor. He tries to convince Marie that he had no choice, but then he decides to kill the only witness, Marie. So Jordan steps in to slow Luke's rampage. Now they are bi-gender and they're able to switch between a durable tank guy body and a less durable girl body that has force blast powers. The only person who's able to calm Luke down is Andre, but then Luke realizes he's being recorded by the students, and so he decides to take his own life. So he hugs Andre goodbye, leaving him a clue about Brink, and then soars into the sky for the last time. The news celebrates Andre and Marie for stopping Luke's rampage and calls them the Guardians of Godolkin, much to the dismay of Jordan, who really wants that #1 spot in the rankings. They have trained harder than anyone else, but their identity as a bi-gender Asian means that they will never be accepted by certain groups of people, which hurts their rankings.
Oh, a bi-gender Asian with pronoun fuckery. Great fucking idea, Kyle. Try selling that to Dallas and Fort Lauderdale.
Jordan begs Marie to give them a little bit of credit, especially since Jordan did the majority of the fighting and held back Golden Boy.
Luke.
Marie planned to do the right thing until the news team says that her sister wants nothing to do with her. So instead of, processing that pain, Marie reads off the teleprompter and screws Jordan over. Andre bails on the interview so he and Kate can investigate Luke's death, and they learn that he was actually searching for his brother, Sam. Golden Boy claimed that there was an underground lab beneath the school called the Woods, and they discover that Sam was actually that meth head that he and Marie stopped earlier. So while Marie rises in the rankings, Emma tells a girl about her purging, but then that girl outs Emma's secret for online engagement. So now the entire school either pities or bullies Emma over her disorder. Meanwhile, the Dean of God U, Indira Shetty, takes Marie under her wing, inviting her to a fundraiser in memory of Professor Brink. Now, at the fundraiser, we see how the adults use these students. The dean uses Marie to raise money. Emma's mom stops by and reinforces her daughter's body image problems, and Andre just wants to keep investigating the Woods and be a real hero, but his superhero father, Polarity, wants Andre to focus on his career and becoming ranked #1. Unlike Andre, Jordan actually wants that #1 spot, but they can't break through because the public don't accept their bi-gender identity, and neither do their overbearing and unaccepting parents.
I've always just been me.
To escape the fundraiser, the students bond by swapping traumatic stories about how their powers manifested. Meanwhile, Andre enlists Emma to sneak into the woods and find Sam. And Emma actually manages to get into Sam's prison cell, and the two of them hit it off. Once Sam confirms that she's actually real.
Do you say right now?
Well, Sam is schizophrenic and he hallucinates Luke as his conscience, but when he gets stressed out, he sees people as puppets. Sam and Emma escape to an abandoned drive-in while the gang worries that she's dead because she's not getting any cell service. So they start searching for her, and Marie tries to get telepathic help from a guy named Rufus, but instead he hypnotizes her and uses his powers to try to sexually assault her, which he immediately regrets after Jordan steps in to help. So Jordan and Marie share a moment right as Emma returns and tells them about Sam, who is still hiding at the drive-in. Then Sam talks himself into getting revenge on Dr. Cardosa, a scientist who experimented on him in the woods. So then they all converge on the doctor's house. Marie and the gang try to talk Sam down, but he is way too strong. Emma binges eating to grow huge, and right as Sam is starting to calm down, everybody blacks out and they wake up after a party.
Person, did we just skip an episode?
No, actually, everybody realizes that they are missing days and they have gaps in their memory.
You know what day it is?
It's like
Friday.
It's Saturday.
Sam finds them again, but Emma and Marie have no memories of him. Now down in the woods, Dr. Cardosa wants to quit for the safety of his family, but Dean Shetty threatens him to finish the virus.
The virus?
Yes, it turns out the woods is trying to create a vile defense against soups who aren't easy to control. So this early version of the virus latches onto the compound V in people's blood, so regular humans won't be affected. Back on campus, everyone suspects that Rufus had something to do with their lost memories. After all, he would want revenge on Marie and and Jordan for the
Tag team cocksplosion.
Using her blood powers, Marie removes a tracker in her blood and checks the others, starting with Kate, who reveals that Rufus isn't working with the school. Kate has actually been a double agent for Dean Shetty this whole time. So then she mind wipes Marie again, sending her, Andre, and Jordan after Rufus. Before they kill him though, Emma learns the whole truth from Sam. So then Kate feels really guilty that she's been messing with her friends' heads, and she restores everybody's memories. However, overusing her powers like this sends Kate into a catatonic state. Her powers then drag Andre, Marie, and Jordan into her mind, reliving key memories for each of them. They see that Kate's parents actually shunned her because she accidentally murdered her little brother, and this is how Shetty basically adopted her to use in the woods. Kate made Luke forget about his brother over and over again, which eventually broke his psyche and caused him to lash out against Brink. So as they traverse the mindscape, they learn about Andre and Kate's affair as well as Jordan's chance to stop Brink. Their memories remind them how cowardly they all are. I mean, they could have stopped and helped Luke years ago, but they got benefits for ignoring the problem. Andre got to hook up with Kate, and Jordan became Brinks' TA. Marie also re-experiences the day she killed her parents and has to accept that it was not her fault. After all, her parents were the ones who gave her Compound V, it wasn't her choice. So this lesson allows her to connect with Kate's trauma, and Marie convinces her to let them out of her head. Now, while everyone was stuck in Kate's mind, Shetty and Cardosa made the virus contagious and airborne. Cardosa only wanted a way to control Soups, but Shetty is going behind Vought's back to make the virus deadlier.
Why would she do that?
Stick around and find out. So the kids hatch a plan to take down the woods. Andre and Kate go to Shetty's place to ambush her, and Sam and Emma hide in the dorms while Jordan and Marie look for evidence in Shetty's office. Their snooping reveals that Shetty's family were victims of Flight 37, which is an incident from The Boys where Homelander let a plane full of people die. So Shetty wants to use the virus to mass murder the super-abled community. Now, while all of this is happening, Victoria Newman is holding a town hall debate at the school. Marie thinks that she is pro-Soup control, so she wants to give her information about the woods and what's really going on at God U. Sam tries to stay hidden, but he's easily manipulated into joining the #Soup Lives Matter movement, who are protesting Newman's presence on campus. Right before the town hall, Andre's dad has a very public seizure on camera, so Andre goes to be with him, leaving Kate all alone in Shetty's house. But then his dad reveals that their magnetism powers are actually tearing apart the neurons in their brain, causing permanent damage. Basically, every time Andre and his dad use their powers, it's like watching reality TV. A little piece of their brains die. Marie finds out that Victoria Newman actually has had her eye on her for a long time. She reveals that she is also a Soup, and they both have blood manipulation powers, and Newman even sponsored Marie's entry into God U. But when she tells her about the woods, Newman ignores the news.
Why does she do that?
Well, she tells her that superpowers aren't important. Real power comes from being in high positions. Now, while this sounds harsh, Victoria wants Marie to follow her path and let a few scandals slide so Marie can rise to the top. But secretly, Newman gets the virus from Dr. Cardosa before popping his head to cover her tracks. Everyone reunites at Shetty's house, where Kate forces the Dean to tell everyone the extent of her plans. Shetty reveals that she's genuinely disgusted by the path of destruction the Soups leave behind, and she wants to rid the world of their kind.
You all leave a path of destruction behind you. You have ruined countless lives.
Kate forces Shetty to take her own life and forces Marie to not help. Kate even acknowledges how sorry she is that Marie is reliving the trauma from when she couldn't save her parents.
I'm so sorry you have to relive this.
Marie and Jordan are about to stop Kate, but Sam agrees with her. He's tired of feeling caged or limited, and his time with those Homelander fans has radicalized him. So he and Kate go down to the woods and free all the detained Soups and give them one goal: wreak havoc on any humans on campus. It is a true bloodbath, with Sam and Kate's psycho Soups destroying the college. Marie, Jordan, Andre, and Emma try to save as many lives as they can, and Marie gets a taste of what her true strength feels like, controlling blood from various bodies to easily kill the escaped Soups. Now, when the fighting calms down, Kate tries to mind control Jordan, and Marie has to think fast in order to save them. So she blows up Kate's hands. Right as this happens, Homelander appears, but instead of arresting Kate and Sam, he spins the story to frame Marie.
What kind of animal are you? Do you like attacking your own kind?
The 4 students are punished and sent to a Vought facility, while Sam and Kate are named the new Guardians of Godolkin. And then we have the huge events of The Boys Season 4. It turns out that the leader of The Boys, Billy Butcher, was looking for the virus before Newman got her hands on it. So, during The Boys Season 4, Homelander and Vought make moves toward the White House. They recruit new heroes to the Seven, like Truth Bomb and Sage, who both play a role in stirring discord among the humans and Soups. Homelander's plan involves every trusted Vought soup, including Sam and Kate. The boys try to stop Vought, but they're just too divided. Butcher then kills Newman and takes the virus.
Wait, I thought Butcher was a regular guy. How'd he kill that politician lady?
Well, Billy uses a temporary compound V drug that is slowly killing him, but it also created a sort of cancer monster in his body. The tumor twists his mind and brings out all of his worst impulses, kind of like the Venom symbiote.
Wait a minute. You can see her.
The season ends with Homelander appointed as acting president. He commands his lackeys to round up the boys, and only Butcher and Starlight are able to escape. Now, Gen V Season 2 is going to pick up where we left off and have huge ramifications for The Boys Season 5, which will be the final season of the show. Now, there are other spin-offs in the works, like a prequel about Soldier Boy, so maybe we'll get one about a Gen V character or even a Season 3. I should also mention that the actor who plays Andre, Chance Perdomo, died in a motorcycle accident right after Season 1's premiere. It was a tragedy and it was so sudden, and he was one of the standout performers on the show. So the Gen V showrunners confirmed that they won't be recasting his character. So Season 2 will probably have a time jump where we'll learn what happened to Andre. And that's everything you're going to need to know before Gen V Season 2. Big shout out to Ethan Ing for writing this video, and you can find him on our free to join Discord server. And if you guys have any questions for us, please feel free to leave them in the comments section below, or you can add us on literally all of our social media platforms. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe for more Gen V coverage. For ScreenCrush, I'm Ryan Airy.